Hi Stampers, it's Gigi with StampFUNatics, and today I have this really cute little snack box for you, and it's in honor of St. Patrick's Day. It says Luck and Love, and it has a cute little 3-leaf clover on the front, and then inside we have a Hostess cupcake. And I found these Hostess cupcakes in Walmart. They were, let's see, where's the box? A limited edition, and they are key lime, so they just sounded yummy, and the green made me think of St. Patrick's Day right away. So I knew I wanted to celebrate that. So what we're going to do is we're going to be using, like I said, this stamp, and then the Luck and Love. I'm actually going to cover the sending with some washi tape so that we don't stamp that part. So let's get started. So I'm going to bring in my scoring tool. And we're going to put this paper, measures 6 inch by 11. Let's see, that was 6 inches, yes, by 11. And we're going to score it 1.5. Four and 3/4, 6 1/4, and 9.5. And we're going to turn it portrait style, and we're going to do 1.5 again, and 4.5. Okay. This is a quick and easy box to make. It's not difficult. No fancy cutting. You're just going to cut on a few scored lines, and you'll be ready. So let's go ahead and get this scored out. I'm using my bone folder to give nice crisp edges. When you're making a box, you do want it crisp. And then I'm going to take my paper snips and cut along the scored lines up to the first horizontal line, and then just mortar cut a little piece like that, very tiny. It just helps the box to close better, and the tabs are mortared in a little bit. Or mitered in, I think is the word, not mortar. Mitered. Okay. And I'm going to turn the box, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side. Flip that very good. Piece. Okay, and your box should look like this. And so before we do anything, I'm going to just flip it over, and I'm going to put my designer series paper on one of the squares. They both measure the same, so it's okay. Make sure your square is going in the right direction. I'm going to use some liquid glue. And get that right in the center. And then I'm going to take one of my scallop circles, and I'm just going to run that through, and let's get a hole. Okay, so once we punch that out, we're going to have our box, and we can assemble it now. So I'm going to flip it over and pull in these 2 tabs. Let's do some liquid glue. And I'm going to put some over here already too. And the first thing you're going to do is bring up your corners. Try to get them pretty straight. Got some glue on my fingers. It'll take like a minute to adhere. And then I'm going to put this side in. Go ahead and measure that up. And the same thing over here. Okay, and then we have these last 2 tabs. And we're going to match those for our top of our box. Give that a minute to dry. Liquid glue is pretty quick though. Make sure I get these corners good. And then you can see how our box is going to form. But before we do that, I want to put my window sheet in. And I have cut this window sheet 2 7/8 by 3. I'm going to take my glue dots. I like to use those. And I'm just going to go around and press down and pick up a glue dot all the way around. These hold nicely in the box. And I know we have plastic on the cupcake already, so you can decide if you want to do this or not and just have a see-through box. I like to kind of finish it off though. Okay, and then I'm just going to lay that right down in my box. Let's do it the right way there. And cover it in there. Press down good on your glue dots. And then you have a nice window sheet in there. Okay, now that we can close the box, we can go and take our other 4 pieces and we can start gluing them on the sides. Okay, now where is my box going to open? This way. So I'm going to push this a little bit more to the front. And I'll show you why, because I'm going to cut off some of the side. And I won't need that much. Again, I'm going to push this a little bit more to the side of the front. And then we have our back. Now, when we open our box, as you can see, it's a little hard. So what I'm taking is, I have a 3/4 inch punch, and it's a circle punch. And I'm just gonna take a little snip, a half of it. This is my 3/4 inch punch. These are retired, but you can use whatever you have. And I'm just gonna take about half the punch and notch it, like that. So now, let me put my cupcake in. And these little Hostess cupcakes fit perfectly into the box. When I close it up, okay, that fits nice and tight. And I now have a place for my thumb where I can open it easier. One more thing I forgot to show you is the sides that we're gonna cut. Now, if you hold your box like this, you're gonna cut towards the box. And just cut an edge on an angle like that. We're going to do the same thing on this side. And it just makes it look nice and finished on the edge. Put my cupcake back in there. And we'll close. And there you go. And that way it really opens nicely. Okay, so that's the box. We're going to let that dry. Close this up. And we're going to do some stamping. So we're going to use, like I said, the 3-leaf clover, and we're using 3 because the Irish celebrate with 3. They do the Trinity, and then Americans, we do the 4-leaf clover, which is our lucky clover to find. And I'm going to be using our Parakeet Parties ink, and then the stamp that says sending lots of luck and love. But I'm going to take the sending part and just cover it with a little washi tape. And I want to make sure I get over that G real good because it kind of sticks down a little bit. And I think I've got that good. So then we'll just do the luck and love. And I have a little piece of white cardstock here. Now, after you ink it up, don't forget, pull this off. There. And let's go ahead and do our 4-leaf or 3-leaf clover too. put it over here. Okay, now I have my oval punch. And this one has an oval and then a scalloped oval. And I'm going to actually just be using the oval part. So let me kind of cut this out. And go down maybe a little closer. Center up Luck and Love. Go ahead and punch it. And then I'm taking a piece of Granny Apple Green. And I'm just going to do a scallop part. And then I'm just going to glue one onto the other. So here I'm just going to use a little of my Stamp and Seal. That's good. Okay, and we can go ahead and take a dimensional. And I'm going to pop it up on this corner of the box. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the box like that. And then kind of make that right in the corner like that. And then let's do this. I'm going to cut out with one of my smallest scallop circles. And then I'm going to use a plain circle to cut out a piece of the Granny Apple Green. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. One step I almost forgot is I'm using 2 scallop circles. Just make sure you space them evenly. And I'm going to go ahead and run that through 2 to make this little edge on our window. Okay, so I'll take that out. Maybe I'll save that scallop for another project. And I have my nice scallop circle that's going to go in there. I forgot to add it in here, so I think I'm just going to gently lift these up and get this glued on first. There we go. And that's just going to fit right over our little window. And now we can put that back on. There we go, that's better. And then I'm going to glue my little shamrock onto the circle. And take a dimensional. Again, I'm going to put that right on the box. And go ahead and put my little shamrock on. And now for some luck. I always think of gold. So I'm going to be using the pastel adhesive back sequins, and I'm going to use the gold ones. Okay, I'm going to use actually the larger ones. So I have my take your pick tool, and I'm just going to pick up a sequin. And these need a little dot of glue, so I'm going to add a little glue. I think they do. Do these have adhesive? Oh no, these have adhesive on them. Never mind. They're adhesive backed, yeah. Okay, just gonna add that right in the middle of our little clover. I'm gonna pick up another one and just kind of put it, nope, I use the smaller ones. Let's put the smaller ones. And I put one there. Let's bring that down a little bit. And another one right here, and we're done. Isn't that adorable? So cute. And here I used a dotted color that had all of the colors that I like. And then here I've used a green. These are 2 different sheets that are in that Designer Series paper pack. And I wanted to show you that if you don't really celebrate St. Patrick's Day, I made a little Easter version of it. Same thing. You could put the little Easter cake in there because it's lime green and it just goes so well. And I'll show you how to make this later on in the month. But anyway, I hope you've liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And this is the set called Lucky Clover. I think if you ordered it now, you'll get it in time and be able to get these out to your friends for St. Patrick's Day. Let's do that. And let's see what else. If you need to order anything, I appreciate you ordering with me at StampFUNatics.com. Use my host code and I will send you out some of this wonderful paper. You can earn yours for free through Celebration at the end of February, or I'll have a couple of them as a thank you going out to you, so you'll still be able to make the project. Thanks for joining me today, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that, and have a great day. Thanks.